Right, so get this. Those disinfectants you see everywhere, especially in hospitals. Well, turns out they might not be as powerful as we thought.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today. Some unsettling new research has got me rethinking how I clean like everything.
Yeah, it's a pretty groundbreaking research coming out of Emory University.
Okay.
They found that a dangerous bacteria called Pseudomonas aeruginosa is developing widespread resistance to the most common hospital disinfectants.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about the ones that use quaternary ammonium compounds, or QACs.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that statistic. Something like 80% of the Aeruginosa they tested were completely resistant to these QACs.
Exactly.
I mean, isn't that alarming?
It's definitely concerning.
It feels like QACs are in practically every cleaning product out there.
That's right. You'll find them in everything from disinfectant sprays and wipes to some soaps.
Really?
And that's why these findings are so worrying.
Yeah.
Hospital-acquired infections are already a major concern. And if our first line of defense isn't working as well as we thought, well, that's a big problem.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. So help me understand this. How do these QACs actually work?
Okay.
I'm picturing them like microscopic Pac-Man chomping away at the bacteria.
That's a fun image.
Is it?
But it's a bit more aggressive than Pac-Man.
Okay.
Think of QACs like tiny spears that puncture the bacteria's protective outer membrane. That disruption is what ultimately destroys the bacteria.
Okay, that makes sense. But now it seems like some of these bacteria have evolved a way to avoid those spears.
Yeah, it seems so.
Could this resistance be happening because we're overusing these cleaners? I know sometimes people rush through cleaning and maybe don't follow the instructions carefully.
It's a valid question.
Yeah.
And the researchers are definitely exploring that angle.
Okay.
Overusing or misusing disinfectants, like not using the right concentration or not giving them enough time to work, could definitely contribute to the problem.
Okay.
It gives the bacteria a chance to adapt, kind of like how antibiotic resistance develops.
So even in hospitals, cutting corners on cleaning could have serious consequences.
It could.
That's a sobering thought. But let's talk more about this Pseudomonas aeruginosa.
Sure.
Why is this particular bacteria so concerning?
Well, Pseudomonas aeruginosa is a particularly nasty bug for several reasons.
Okay.
First, it's one of the leading causes of hospital-acquired infections.
Oh, wow.
Especially dangerous for folks with compromised immune systems.
Right.
These infections can be severe, even life-threatening.
Definitely not something you want to encounter while you're already in the hospital for something else.
Exactly. To make matters worse, P. aeruginosa is becoming increasingly resistant to multiple drugs.
Oh, no.
Not just disinfectants.
Wow.
This makes treating these infections extremely challenging.
Okay, now it's starting to sound like a real-life supervillain.
Yeah.
And you mentioned this isn't just a problem in the U.S., right?
Absolutely. The World Health Organization has labeled it a critical priority pathogen, meaning it poses a significant threat globally.
Globally.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make you wonder if we're fighting a losing battle here.
Yeah.
But the Emory researchers weren't just focusing on the problem.
Right.
They were looking for solutions, too.
Right. Yeah, that's the encouraging part of this whole story.
Right.
They were testing new compounds and discovered one that's remarkably effective against these resistant strains.
Okay.
It's a real game changer.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
All right, so it's a completely new type of quaternary phosphonium compound, or QPC for short.
QPC, got it.
And what's fascinating is that it works in a totally different way than those QACs we were talking about.
Okay, I'm all ears. How does it work?
So instead of trying to pierce the bacteria's outer membrane like a spear, this QPC actually diffuses through it. Imagine a tiny submarine sneaking past the bacteria's defenses and planting a bomb inside.
Now, that's a visual I can get behind. So it gets inside, and then what happens?
Once it's inside the cell, it attacks the inner membrane, which is like the control center that keeps the bacteria functioning. That disruption leads to the bacteria's destruction.
So it's more like a Trojan horse than a spear. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat mechanism.
Does this mean we have a new weapon in our arsenal to fight these superbugs?
Exactly. And the research showed that this QPC is effective even at low concentrations.
Oh, wow.
That's a huge win.
Yeah?
Because it means we could potentially use less of it and still get the job done.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Less waste and less potential for resistance to develop in the future.
Exactly.
Feels like we stumbled onto a real breakthrough here.
It really does. And here's another surprising twist.
Yeah.
That sneaking in strategy this QPC uses, it turns out it's not entirely new.
Wait, are you telling me other disinfectants already work this way?
Yes. There are 2 existing antiseptics that utilize the same approach. Wow. One is called octenadine, which is more common in Europe.
Okay.
And the other is chlorhexidine, which you've probably used before.
Chlorhexidine? Wait a minute, isn't that in mouthwash?
You got it. It's been used safely and effectively for years.
Wow.
And now we know it's been using this clever Trojan horse tactic all along.
That's mind-blowing. This research is shedding light on a whole new way to approach disinfection. It's not just about one new compound. It's about understanding these different mechanisms of action.
Absolutely. This knowledge could lead to the development of even more targeted and effective cleaning agents and protocols.
Right.
Depending on the specific bacteria we're dealing with.
I have to admit, I always thought cleaning products were pretty straightforward. Yeah. Grab a bottle, spray it on, wipe it off. I never realized there was so much complexity behind them.
It's easy to take these everyday products for granted.
Yeah.
But there's a whole world of science and innovation happening behind the scenes.
Right.
And as this study shows, that research can lead to some truly remarkable discoveries. Yeah.
That have the potential to change how we fight infection. I mean, this has been such an eye-opening deep dive for Noel.
It really has.
It makes you realize
Yeah.
we can't just assume, these products are going to work like foolproof.
Right.
We need to be more mindful about how we use them, right?
Absolutely. Following those instructions on the label is more important than we think.
Yeah, for sure.
Using the correct concentration and giving it enough time to actually work.
Yeah. No more quick sprays and wipes.
Exactly.
We got to give them a fighting chance.
Give them a fighting chance.
But this all kind of begs the question, what does this mean for me going forward? Should I be worried about using these everyday cleaners?
I wouldn't say worried, but I think being informed and proactive is key here.
Okay.
This research highlights the importance of, continued research and innovation in this field.
Right.
The bacteria are constantly evolving, so we need to stay ahead of the curve by developing new strategies and products to combat them.
So it's like an ongoing arms race.
It is.
With scientists in bacteria constantly trying to outmaneuver each other.
Exactly.
And it sounds like the Emory team is on the front lines of this battle, pushing the boundaries of what we even know about disinfection.
They're doing some incredible work.
They are.
And their work with this new QPC is incredibly promising.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to think about what other breakthroughs might be on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a reminder that even in something as seemingly simple as cleaning, there's a whole world of scientific discovery waiting to be explored.
I agree.
I'm definitely going to be looking at those cleaning product labels a little differently from now on. Maybe even checking for that chlorhexidine.
There you go.
This deep dive has been a fantastic reminder that knowledge is power.
It is.
And the more we understand about these potential threats, the better equipped we'll be to protect ourselves.
Absolutely.
So until next time, keep diving deep.
I couldn't agree more. This research, even though it started by revealing a problem, ultimately ends on a note of hope.
Yeah, it does.
We're learning more about how to fight these superbugs. And that's a positive step towards a healthier future for all of us.
So the next time you reach for that bottle of disinfectant, just take a moment to appreciate the science behind it.
Yes.
It's more than just a cleaning product. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our ongoing quest to stay one step ahead of those microscopic adversaries.
Couldn't have said it better myself.